What up, everyone? More twisted tales and rants from the trailer park. I'm wearing an appropriate shirt for this one, I believe. So I didn't post last week. I had a strongman competition, national qualifier. Took third. Not that happy with it, but it, I don't know. I have several videos of the competition. I was thinking about posting, but I don't know. You guys didn't really seem to like, nobody watched my last one, so But I've just been resting the whole week. But we have, but something happened. Kim Kardashian. Now, hear me out. Okay, I'm not a fan. It's just she recently wore Marilyn Monroe's dress. Now, that's weird. That's already weird. Who wants to wear a dead person's clothing? Like, sure, I like Sean Connery's suit in 1964's James Bond movie Goldfinger. But I'll just have a tailor make one. I'm not gonna, order, hey, is that the same suit he wore? Can you dig him up? I want to try it. One, I don't have the money. And two, that's just fucking weird, man. Rich people problems. Anyway, I never thought I would defend Kim Kardashian, but apparently the dress didn't fit. She lost like 15, 20 pounds in a 3 to 4 week period, which is nothing. That is nothing. She joked, she said in a figurative sense, like, oh, I had to starve myself to get... That's what people say when they're being modest. It's called modesty. She didn't actually not eat anything to lose that weight. And people have just been going at it because, of course, I don't know, I think fat people are taking over for the trans. The trans activism is overshadowing the trans now. They're like, oh, no, you can't tell people not to... This whole article was just about... It sets a dangerous precedence to tell people to fucking lose weight, because that can be hard and unhealthy to do it in a quick period of time, and we shouldn't judge people's bodies anyway. If you're female, we all know this applies to women only, right? And I'll come back around to that if I remember. And so I just posted like, wow, I never thought I would defend Kim Kardashian. And of all the things you can make fun of her for, yes, I know she's talentless. The whole family is. They are literally famous for being famous. That's it. I don't know how that works, but they made it work, so whatever. And a sex tape. But today's sex tape is being a victim, right? Right, Juicy? And, oh, that's the second time I did that. I gotta knock that off. There's limit 1 wink of video, Dusty. Note to self. But being disciplined and having a disciplined diet and exercise program and a goal and achieving that is the last thing you should make fun of somebody for. Like, yeah, don't make fun of fat people either, but it's right now, this always happens, right? Trans rights becomes, cis people suck. Women's pride turns into men are trash. End all racism begins kill whitey. It's just never ending. And now the same thing with fat trans. It's not only does it apply to women, but it goes to fit chicks as well. My girlfriend's 6 feet tall, 140 pounds. Think Gal Gadot. That's how she's built. And yeah, no problem for Lizzo to say, oh girl, you need to eat a cheeseburger. Oh, you're so skinny, you got little chicken legs. That's hilarious, right? But personal responsibility, then people just freaked out. This ended up being like a 2-day thing. Dozens of people. Nothing pisses off victim culture more than the suggestion of personal responsibility, accountability, discipline, hard work. Everything, nothing is their fault. Nothing in their life is their fault. Everybody else is to blame. The universe, they didn't have it. Look, they try to pull it. Look, it has nothing to do with this idiot named Garrett. This has nothing to do with discipline. All right, some people got to work, and then then they come home and like you got to do stuff at the house, and then you go to work and work and the house. And like, yeah, I get it. Well, I have a trailer, not a house, but I work 50 hours a week construction. I'm in a theater group. I'll be making my directorial debut in spring of next year for 12 Angry Men. We will do. It's not woke, but yeah, we're doing a 6 and 6, 12 Angry Jurors. Yeah, like I said, I just took third. It's my third strongman contest in 6 months. I still pulled 420 for 5 the other day, squatted 370 for 5. Hey, you know, not setting the world on record, but I'm 170 pounds, okay? And then, yeah, I still hike with my dogs all the time, getting nice and tan. I still hang out with my girlfriend. Like, yeah, it means less time for video games, means less time, you know, binge watching shit. I can't watch everything I want to watch, but I get it done. And plus I went to school 30 hours on top of all that a week last year to get my degree at 35 years old. And so, of course, you know, then it just turned into personal. And it's so funny, the same people, well, don't make fun of fat people, just immediately started personally attacking me. Oh, yeah, well, your girlfriend's probably going to cheat on you because you're doing all this other stuff. Right. Okay. Sure. Chicks dig it. Chicks dig a guy who's with them every second of the day because he's got nothing. Baby, I got nothing else going on in my life. 100%, you are my life. Yeah. Yeah, chicks dig that, dude. Those are the guys women are faithful to, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, and you know, it was Sunday. I just got done meal prep. It takes me 3 hours to meal prep. 16 meals for a day for the rest of the week. You know, meat, rice. Yeah, it's not cake and candy. If everything was perfect, I could eat Sour Patch Kids all day and drink myself into a coma every night and not go to the gym and still be able to lift, you know, 245-pound Husafels around a track. But that's not realistic. And again, it is women only. Men don't shame. You know, who's getting shamed right now? It's not fat people. Fat people get applauded. It's Rebel Wilson for losing weight, Adele for losing weight, Kim Kardashian for losing weight. 15, 20 pounds in a few weeks. Like, cage fighters cut 15 to 20 pounds in a day, all the time. High school wrestlers do it. And then that same idiot Garrett jumped in like, yo, well, it's because cage fighters don't have jobs and stuff. Wrong. 95% of fighters are broke as shit. I know, because I used to be one of them. And I also worked 45 hours a week then at a sawmill. And I still had to cut weight and practice and everything else that comes with it. And so I'm not buying your excuses. Look, I'm not trying to sound like Glenn Beck and pretend I wore Wonder Bread bags for shoes or whatever that idiot said. And pull yourself up by the bootstraps. I understand some people need help, but when it comes to fat, it's not one of them. And then they just kept saying the same argument over and over. You're missing the point. You're missing the point. You keep saying that, but none of you have given me the point. None of you can define what it is. You said don't pick on fat people, but there's no fat people getting picked on. It's just fit people and formerly fat people who chose to lose weight and did it through hard work and discipline. There's the point that it's not okay. What was it? Oh, it's unhealthy. Unhealthy, really. Because last I looked, 6 of the top 10 biggest killers, preventable killers, are obesity-related diseases. If I'm wrong, it's 7 of the top 10. Anorexia is not in the top 200. Right. Dusty, I have to eat. If I don't maintain 50% body fat, I could die of starvation. Bro, you could go 3 weeks without eating anything and you'll be fine. You'll be miserable, but you'll be fine. You're not going to die. All right? Even America's one of the few countries where poor people are fat. Our poor people still eat 10 times as much as people in third world countries, all right? You guys are all over Elon Musk's ass lately. Oh, how come he could have used that Twitter money to save the world? Well, Lizzo can give up 3 weeks of whatever the hell she's eating and feed Africa for 2 years. No, Dusty, she's a vegan. She said so. Look, I'll put it down in the comments below, a picture of Eddie Hall when he won the 2017 World's Strongest Man. And when you look at that picture, I want you to know that man is 6 inches taller than Lizzo. And he forced himself every day to eat 12 eggs, an extra large pizza, half a family-sized cheesecake, a bottle of heavy whipping cream, just pure heavy whipping cream, 1,000 calories a bottle, and 6 pounds of steak, chicken, bacon, and sausage, plus beans and a cup of trail mix here, and 3 liters a day of cranberry juice, I think he drinks. And he did that every day for years so he could weigh as much as Lizzo. So if you really believe Lizzo is a vegan and eats like a bird and just eats fruit and salad, all I can say is you are a much more naive person than I am. Look, bodybuilders, weightlifters, I'm always trying to get bigger and getting a little muffin top. It's part of it. Yes, you need a calorie surplus. 3,000 is a calorie surplus. You eat it, if you're putting on weight, then you're eating enough to gain muscle mass. And these people will attack you that you're bad, you're fat phobic, if you don't continue your bulking diet and then go into a calorie deficit so that you can cinch up those love handles. Yes, they're calling it fat phobic now to lose weight, saying you hate yourself. So that's it. I mean, these people, the only time they work hard is to find an excuse not to work hard. You tell them that, they just love it. Oh, anorexia though. Anorexia. They're going to look tomorrow. 10,000 Americans will drop dead from obesity-related diseases. On the other side, 10,000 kids and young adults are going to cut weight for wrestling tournaments and fights. And you know what? They're all going to be fine. They will all be alive. And so that's the only hard work they'll do. They'll find the one person who died cutting 40 pounds in 10 hours, something crazy, and be, see, it's really unhealthy. Nom, 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 nom. See, I'm fighting anorexia. Nom, 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 nom. And then they die. Okay, I think it was, 2 of the fat activists, beauty at any size, fit at any size, bullshit, in the last year, maybe the last 6 months, have died. One at 38, the other at 42. That was one comment. You'll die of cardiac arrest someday yourself, buddy. Yes. When I'm 78 or 82. I will live long enough to read online or whatever we have in the future about the 30th anniversary of Lizzo's death. That's a fact. And so will probably everybody watching this. That's a fact. I'm not picking on her. You miss out on life. I will never forget that I was 15 years old seeing the Oregon coast the first time. There's a beautiful beach, but you had to take stairs down it. There were tourists at the top. I don't know where they came from. Let's just say they came from Kansas. It's a 1,500-mile drive. They got there. They drove all that way, looked out at the ocean, but they couldn't quite get their feet wet. Why? Because there was a fucking staircase in the way. They drove 1,500 miles, didn't get to see the beach because there were stairs. So don't feed me your fat is fit bullshit, okay? So anyway, it's a victim mentality, and it has to be stopped. You have to help these people out. And it's not just calling them out and being mean. Like, I'm literally trying to fight them with logic, because it's victimhood is a handicap, but it's not one I have a lot of mercy for, because it's a handicap you choose to have. It's easy to make excuses. It's easy to say, oh, well, when I win the lottery, I'll finally have time to work out. People like that, you'll win the lottery, you're just going to sit around and eat couch treats from between your cushions, okay? Everything that guy said, I got to work, it's not a matter of discipline. Yes, it is, okay? You have plenty of time. There's plenty of options out there today that you could utilize. You don't have to be a strong man like me, bend the bars or anything like that, but absolutely you have control. And again, this guy's trying to kiss up to women, big women, who wouldn't think twice to make fun of him if he was short, or if he had a smaller than average wiener, or if he was not the most handsome, or if he had a receding hairline, or if he was broke. Again, that's all fine, but something that we have absolute control over, our waistline, that's not okay. You have to call them beautiful. If blood doesn't just rush to your penis when you see a 400-pound woman, that means there's something wrong with you. And that's the mark. That's the excuse. It's completely one-sided. But to bust out of that victimhood, like I said, I'm guilty of it myself. When I'm in competition, I fight that. When things get hard, when you're in a fight and it's round 3 and you're tired and you're hurting, it's real easy to make an excuse in your mind to say, I'm not good enough for this and find a way to lose. People do it all the time. You know, anybody with 3 stripes and white belt in jiu-jitsu doesn't get choked out with a rear naked choke. But why do you see even black belts today get beaten with a rear naked choke? Because they want out of there. They're done. That's it. They were beaten. They said, hey, man, if I lift my chin, it's an unwritten agreement between them. If I lift my chin up, will you please choke me and get me the hell out of here? It's like, oh, if I didn't get in that choke, I could have won. That's all it is. It's excuses. We all make them to a different degree. But the thing is, you know, to fire past that, you have to change your self-image. You have to believe, yes, my life is my responsibility. You know, will going to school make me a millionaire and everything? Probably not. But I still am not just going to lay around. I'm not going to let people dictate my life for me. And that's really the difference between thinking like the way they do and thinking the way I do. You know, I'm not a super success. I'm just poor trailer trash who took third in the national qualifier, still upset about it. Whatever. But I know also I'm not going to get anywhere standing still, if that makes any kind of sense. So I'll just close it up there, guys. And in the meantime, get the fuck out of my trailer.